Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a green room full of guests today, and they are sharing information about hair replacement for women. The Symphony Orchestra Augusta and its upcoming Pops concert with Broadway smash and star of television's Glee, Matthew Morrison. Special classes and support for caregivers. And finally, any and everything family related with Karen Calloway, editor of Augusta Family Magazine. It is going to fly by, so grab a pen to jot down some notes and phone numbers, and let's get started. In today's world, many adults find themselves both raising their own families and caring for aging parents. Caregiving involves being responsible for those layers of family while working, managing finances, and caring for themselves and their own households. Christy Shaw was a woman on the fast track at the top of a billion-dollar corporation, but at age 49, she walked away from it all to take care of her gravely ill sister. This so-called sandwich generation of unpaid caregivers for other adults is one taken on by nearly 40 million Americans, 60% of them women. As for Christy, she says her career was great, but this is the place she needs to be right now. And this is important information for all the caregivers who are watching right now. Ann Fulcher is the executive director of Hitchcock Place in Aiken, South Carolina. She has an extensive background in the medical field and community relations and event planning. And she's hosting, her Hitchcock Place is hosting a big event this fall. It's the Caregivers Symposium. And Ann, support for caregivers is very vital. It's very important. And you are in fact presenting a class called Role Reversal in Caregiving. Now, what's that all about?
The first 35 years of my career were in high-risk obstetrical ultrasound. I had parents come in, their baby, there was a potential problem. They were so stressed, they wanted to do the right thing. They wanted to make sure their baby was healthy. Well, 40, 50 years down the road, that baby is now concerned about those parents, about are their parents healthy? They want to do the best they can. It's the same scenario, but it's just a reversal of roles.
So that makes sense, the caregiver reversal, absolutely.
And you know, right now, the statistics were staggering that right now 18 million people are taking care of loved ones that are 65 years old and older in the United States. And I mean, they're giving them their care, they're losing work, they're doing it on their own until, like Ms. Shaw in your opening speech, you know, they just don't know what to do. They don't know resources. So we decided to do this symposium. I'm partnered with Hospice of the Tri-County, and we're both offering this at my facility once a week for 8 weeks, and with different topics that are relevant to caregivers. We did, Dr. Mark Meyer spoke about the medical effects of aging. Tom Young came last week and talked about the legal aspects of how to get your paperwork in order.
Oh, that is so important. That is critical information. Your event, like we said, it's coming up this evening at 6:30 p.m. at Hitchcock Place. You can call 803-641-1127. And next week, you know, you're about to wrap up this series, but you still have a couple more. Riley Hammond is presenting a class, Developing a New Normal, and then the big finale, the Celebration of Life, on the 25th. And I know that it's been great information for people. I was also impressed, and this information will be on the JENNIE page on our website. Medical Services of America's Hospice Care of Tri-County, which you mentioned, they have fabulous resources on their website. And we have that information, like we said, on the JENNIE page. So you'll certainly want that. It touches so many people, like you were saying, 18 million.
And these are people, I live with my 85-year-old mother.
Yeah.
And she fell a few weeks ago, and that was the first time she'd had to be in the hospital since I was born. So I'd been very fortunate, but I'm an only child. And I can't tell you, since I've been working in this capacity, how I see so many more stories and hear about the people that they have parents or loved ones living in other states and try to take care of them from afar. It's very stressful for that caregiver.
You have the resources that people know when you're trying to do it all yourself, and then there comes that conversation when you have to decide, I can't do it all. You have the resources at Hitchcock
Absolutely.
to help people figure out the kind of care, the kind of living arrangement, the budgeting, and people can see you for that information.
Absolutely. Anybody can call me at Hitchcock Place to ask for resources. And my number is 803-649-6439. You have a lot of widows who are eligible for VA benefits and they don't have a clue.
Yeah, what to do.
Right.
That's right. Well, Ann Fulcher, you are bringing to light some important information and important questions a lot of us need to ask. I want to thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you
You're
for
doing
having
great
me.
work over there.
Ahead on Jenny, put a little glee in your life.
Got my striped tie, got my hopes. I got the time and the place, and I got rhythm. Now all I need's a girl to go with them. If she'll just appear, we'll take this big town.
We'll tell you when and where you can see Matthew Morrison in Augusta.
She'll say, my darling, I'm yours. I'll throw away my striped